Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are waiting a few minutes to start, okay? So if you could type in the chat, what's your name? Where are you talking from? And if you already took the vaccine, the COVID vaccine. Just to break the ice for us to chat a little bit before we start. Don't make me talk alone all by myself, please. I know we have Nancy here. I know we have Omar. Thank you for joining. We prepared this webinar to make you better understand how you can improve your processes using integrations with eSignature softwares. It will be awesome. I know Victor have a lot of stuff and great things to explain to you that maybe could transform your way to work and save a lot of time, right?
Exactly.
Eduardo is waiting for a vaccine. Me too. For those who are joining, thank you for saving this time for us to talk and to learn more about Pipefy. And I asked for people to type on the chat if you already took the vaccine, just for us to understand. Here in Brazil, I'm talking from Curitiba. It's a little bit slow, the vaccination processes. I think they don't use Pipefy, that's why. But well, for me and Victor that is here, also Lucas, only on September, I think, right? Have to wait a little bit more.
Yeah, we will have to wait just a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, just a few more seconds, then we start. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Trieli. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Shayla. Hello, everyone. Okay, so let's begin. Welcome to our webinar. And today we are going to talk about Pipefy integration, e-signature softwares, the power of automated processes. Great. So just for us to start, if you have any questions, please send them through the Q&A button, okay? I know we chat a little bit on the chat right now in this beginning, but let's save the chat right now for if you have any issue regarding audio and video, so you can let us know using the chat, okay? And, and just to reinforce, if you have any question, the Q&A button is there for you to ask, okay? And the webinar will be recorded and we will send to all the participants after the event. So don't worry if you miss something or if you want to revisit something, you can watch it later, okay? So this is me. I'm Bruna Mazanek. I'm Customer Success Marketing at Pipefy, and I'm gonna be your host today. Oh, wait. I'm moving fast here. Okay, now, Victor, please introduce yourself.
Awesome. So, hey everyone, it's really nice to be here with you today. So, I'm Victor from our growth team, and I'm responsible for managing the growth of our clients and just help everyone get their growth in time and, of course, in the best way possible. And also, we have here Lucas Vivantes, who is our integration wizard here in Pipefy, and he's also joining us as well.
Hey everyone, nice talking to you today.
Awesome, awesome. So let's continue.
Great. Yeah, we want to hear now from you. Before we start talking about integration, we have three questions, okay? So, did you know that Pipefy had integrations with other systems? Yes or no? If you already is using Pipefy integrations or not, and if not, why haven't you used it yet? If you already use it or you didn't know about it or you didn't know how to apply it into your process or you don't know how to configure it, so please answer so we can move on. Okay, just a few more seconds. Please answer. Those answers are super important for us to understand uh, what you're wanting to learn from here. If you we have more people that already know the feature and we have to bring something more 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 specific, and or we have to start from the beginning. That's why it's so important. So I'm gonna end it. Thank you. Okay, we can move.
Awesome,
Victor, I think
awesome.
now it's all about you and integrations.
Awesome. Thank you, Bruna. Thank you. So, everyone, so let's start with the question, why are we talking about digital signature? So, with our constant need to adapt to the virtual world, the digital signature tools started to stand out in the corporate environment. And that's because with this tool, there's a huge gain in productivity, time, and also in increasing um, in making our lives easier by signing a document, let's say, in the easiest way possible. Okay, so this is why we also stands out the productivity item of this integration. And on top of that, after the arrival of the pandemic, the businesses had to reinvent itself, and they still reinventing themselves in a more digital way. And process management, they're no longer working by word of mouth or just managing those processes with multiple emails, losing a lot of information, exchanges with contracts and signatures. They're just flawed because we have a lot of information lost, and this ends up killing our productivity, killing our efficiency, and the most important asset that we have, that is time. Correct. So this is it's really important, and in the current situation that we are in, it's more difficult to physically sign all of these documents, but now we realize that if there's a way that we can sign documents, if we can do our tasks more efficiently, why not, right? Why not sign a document just in the comfort of our house or in our rooms? Okay.
Don't have to spend time like, well, driving to some place just to sign a document, right?
Exactly, exactly. And to summarize what I said so far, so with the arrival of the e-signature platforms, it became much easier, faster, and more practical to carry out this activity. Okay, and how this is reflected in practice. So who help us with this digitalization? Now we know that 25 of sales op and 37% of customer service ops have no access to engineers or developers to support them, because of course uh, we have a lot of strategies, new strategies, more digital tools, then sometimes our engineers or IT team, they are full of new tasks, new jobs, and of course new strategies to develop. And sometimes it get hard to make everyone wishes through. And this is not only bad for businesses areas, but also for IT, because we had a research that 72% of IT leaders say project backlogs prevent them from working on strategic projects. So this goes right back to our time management. because if we have a more efficient way to save time, of course we will need it. Okay, and how do we do that inside Pipefy? So Pipefy, we have an integrator now that allows us to integrate with different e-signature platforms, not only e-signature platforms, but for the purpose of our webinar, we will talk about those platforms. Here we have just some examples of it. So of course, DocuSign, we have ClickSign. We can also integrate with Adobe Sign and HelloSign as well. These are only examples, and we know that we can integrate with other softwares. So it's really important that if you have other softwares that is not on this page, just contact us and we can go through it and see if it's possible or not. Okay. So just moving on, and how does everything that I talk about so far came down to practice, right? Here on this slide, we have separate some areas in the use case to clarify some scenarios that we can optimize with Pipefy integrations with e-signature platforms. So we have here finance department. We can have contracts with suppliers, purchase process, sales process. If we go to legal area, the signing of contracts, or if we need NDAs, contracting services or acquisitions, if we must. Moving forward also with HR teams. This is really important because we have hiring process, we have offboarding process, even if we modify contracts of our employees. So we can do this all by e-signature. And last but not least, sales, where we can send commercial proposals, we can send terms of contract. And one thing that's really important is that we brought these four teams, four areas that we can operate. But of course, there are plenty of others that we can still integrate. Here's just some examples of how can we improve. Okay. And now that we went through all the departments that we talked about, let's see some benefits by department of using this strategy. So here on the financial department, we make financial processes more efficient. We can improve our SLAs. We can reduce costs with time. We can reduce costs with other third-party related softwares and so on, and we can reduce labor cost, of course. If we want, let's say, to send someone to get a transport, send a document to be signed physically, it's we will cost more than just remotely. Okay. So going through our legal department, we can have agility in making signing contracts. We can improve the tracking on demands, because if we have all the contracts that needs to be signed already inside Pipefy, we can track them to see what is late, what is not late. And this is really important because we are talking about e-signature, but all of those e-signatures features, integrations, once connected with Pipefy, once together with Pipefy, it just builds a whole workflow and just optimize the process itself, giving more efficiency to everyone. And of course, we will reduce deadlines that are missing, and we will avoid shipping and commuting costs. For the HR department, something that's really cool to mention is that we can improve the experience of both candidate and employees. This currently it's really important. I think it's one of the most important KPIs in a lot of businesses, which is the experience. So we can decrease the delivery time. We can improve our hiring SLAs, and also we can have more efficient internal processes. And just to finish our sales department, we can close faster new contracts. So who doesn't like to earn money faster, right? I know I do. So we just increase
I
efficiency,
do
team
as well.
capacity. This is really important, right? I think everyone agrees with me on that. So, and we can also save time while preparing and submitting proposals. Once again, connecting with Pipefy, we can have templates, we can have more feasible ways to have a template sent for a signature platform. Okay. And now we got to our hands-on. So Lucas we will go from here, and he will show a little bit more about our integration capabilities live for you.
So thanks, Victor. Hi, everyone. I'll be now presenting a demo in regards on how can we integrate a sales pipeline first to DocuSign, and then we'll switch to the human resources demo environment, where I'll show also the integration with DocuSign working inside of a recruitment process. So let's go through the sales pipeline in here. And once you open a pipe, we can see the flow that starts in the prospects. And then we go through a call, we prepare the offer letter, and then we go through the offer approval. So this is where we'll be integrating Pipefy to DocuSign. Let's then create an opportunity in here. So let me fill out the information.
And it's really
Just
important
remembering
as
it.
well. Oh, sorry. I was just going to
No,
say that everything is connected in Pipefy. So this is really cool to mention that we're still using Pipefy. It's just this cool feature.
Exactly. So this goes out kind of in the same way. The only difference is that we can also connect this process with another solution that may handle other parts of your sales process. So let's select the date when the call is scheduled for, and then move this opportunity to call. And after my call, I'll select the products of interest and prepare my offer letter. So let's say this offer is valid up until Friday, and then I can generate this offer using the PDF generator. So in this case, I've already done that, and I will just upload the offer in here. Now I can move to offer approval. And once I do that, that document is sent via DocuSign. So I'll receive an email now. Here I have it. I just got. And then I can just review the document and sign it in DocuSign. So let's quickly do that. And in this case, I've just uploaded a proposal PDF that I have generated, but we could also be using DocuSign templates to generate the documents inside DocuSign and define the signature flows. So in this case, I have just one person to sign, and we could have multiple people signing in different orders, and all of that would be configured inside DocuSign, and integration would work seamlessly. So how does this works? Basically, we have two integrations that work in parallel. So the first one happens once a card is moved in that process to that approval phase. And then basically we are just getting the card information, sending the document to signature in DocuSign. So in here, I'm saying that it's just one signer. So that's why I have this only this information, but it could be a multiple signature flow, and then I'm just adding the envelope ID and card ID to a table so I can later look them up once the contract is signed. So when the proposal is signed, we'll receive that information from DocuSign. We'll just look up on the table that I registered the ID and the envelope ID. because I have multiple integrations built on my account. So I need that table to define which integration is which. And then I can basically list the documents in DocuSign and upload the attachment and update the card with the information. So if we go back here to Pipefy in the offer approval phase, we can see that the information already came to the process automatically, and then I could download the signed offer and then open the PDF in here. The same will apply to a human resources process. So in this other demo environment, we have the recruitment and selection process. And this process starts with a new submission to the recruiting process. So let me select an open position in here and fill out with my information. Once I do that, I can go through the triage of the information candidate, the recruiter interview, the manager interview. And after that, I can go to health and safety and to issue the proposal letter. So in this phase, I will use the PDF generator to attach the proposal letter. Oh, let's first fill with the information. Just go back here. I forgot to fill the proposal information.
Remembering everyone that the meeting is being recorded and we are going to send you by email after the event, okay? And if you have any question, please send us on the Q&A button.
In here, I'm just filling out the information of the offer letter. And then I can use the PDF generator to generate the proposal. So all information comes pre-filled in the PDF generation. And then I can just download it and attach it to the card. So we can send the same way. Once the card is moved to proposal acceptance, the integration with DocuSign happens in the same way. So we now have the same flow happening to the HR process, and it just happened. So I can open my email here. To sign the document. The same document that we had is here. And in this case, we're just sending a PDF that was generated in Pipefy. But if I have created a template in DocuSign, we would be able to define where, in which place exactly in the document the person needs to sign. And if we have multiple information being filled or multiple people signing, each one can have its own signature line and things like that. In this case, it's just a simple signature there. So we can just do it in the easy way to demonstrate. So the same paired integration would run in the background. And once that letter is signed, it will check every 5 minutes here for new letters. So that's why I'm clicking here manually. But every 5 minutes, it would automatically check inside DocuSign, see if anything was signed, and then bring it to Pipefy. So in this case, the letter would be attached here, and then the field would also be automatically filled. The next step would be integrating this to another HR system like Bamboo HR. So let's say once a card is moved here to candidate selected, an employee is automatically created in Bamboo HR, for example. So in here, we'll bring all employee information to Bamboo HR.
And this is really cool, everyone, because as you saw, of course, we're talking about signature platforms, but as Lucas mentioned, we can also integrate with other software, so we can continue improving your process. So let's say with our recruitment and selection to an onboarding process, or even before, if we have a job opening, and we can integrate with different kinds of software as well. So Bamboo is one, and of course we'll go through some other examples of softwares on the next webinar. So this is really important, but it's really cool to just leave it already, just for information that we, of course, we can integrate with other softwares as well. Okay, let me just go back to share my screen real quick.
Yes, now we have three more questions that I'm going to launch the pool here. Okay, so if is this webinar enlightening you, for understanding everything, if it's good for you, because we want to improve every time. Are you interested in using Pipefy integrations in your process? If you already use it, or you're interested, or you're not interested? And what other integration would you like to learn more about in an upcoming webinar? And you can have multiple choices. And I can see that you have others. So you can send us through the chat which other softwares you want to integrate and learn more about. And I saw that a few people choose Google Calendar, Google Sheets, and Google Drive. And one great information is that our next webinar next month, it will be about integration with Google. Also Google Calendar, Google Sheets, and Google Drive. So we are all aligned with our expectations, right? And what is the best time for you to watch Pipefy's webinar? So please choose the answer because we want to make sure that more people could join us. So that's why. Okay, 10 more seconds just for everyone to answer. Okay. So that's it. Thank you. Great. And now we have our Q&A session. Okay, so I'm gonna ask about I was frozen. Yeah. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. So, can you hear me right now? Yes.
I can hear you. Yeah, you're
Okay.
back.
Thank you. Uh, the question is, in recruitment pipe, you have some open positions. How do you close these positions and disable their selection? Victor, I think you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was, yeah. On this case, how do we just close the positions? We have something called connected pipes. So we connect, let's say, open positions to recruitment pipe, and we just create a new conditional on the recruitment form, which when a card in the open position pipe is closed, we just we disable the option of creating new requests for this specific position.
One other option is we can have this open positions pipe just as a temporary store for the positions that are really opened. So we can delete the card once the position is closed, and then it will disappear from the list.
Yeah.
So it would be just a temporary database for the open positions, but it is connected to the real position in the real position management process.
Perfect. Before we move on with the questions, we will soon share with you QR code that you can scan and share with us which integration you want to make so we can have this viability consultation made for you. Okay. So wait for it. We're just answer some questions and then we are going to share with you. Okay. Another question is, can non-Pipefy users, people we usually interact through the public forms and emails, also use this DocSign interface option?
Yes, they can. Since DocuSign, we are sending this document for, let's say, a requester. If we have the email, just the information, we will send automatically the document, the contract, and so on to this person that is not a member of Pipefy. So, of course, that we will have to do this integration, but we can send to non-Pipefy members as well.
Okay. Diego wants to know how much would it cost or how it is priced to use DocSign or other e-signature platform.
Awesome, awesome. So today we have integrations plan inside Pipefy, which is based on how much task we will use to make one integration. And just to make clear, one integration is one signature, and then based on these tasks, we will add how many times or how many cards you have in a pipe that is triggering those signatures, and then we will have those plans for you. So this is why we encourage you just to access our QR code on the next slide, just to ask us for availability, and then we can go through all the details with you later. Okay, but this is our pricing model, let's say, of that.
Great. Sana asked, do you have to have PDF in order to use this integration? Is it possible to ask for a signature on a start form without a PDF attached?
What we could do is automatically generate the PDF with a template inside DocuSign. So the person wouldn't be signing the public form, but would be signing a document that was based on the information that came from the public form, but not on the form itself. It would follow the same flow.
Perfect. Um, we have another question. Are there resources available to teach us how to create these integrations ourselves, or would we need to work with someone from Pipefy to configure this? I'm frozen.
So if you decide to go to create the integration through our service of integrations, of course we can help you configuring the integration and also maintaining it. But as Pipefy has an open API, you are also able to create the integration yourself using the API. And in that case, we have all of the documentation available to like put our hands and help you create it if it's not on our own integration platform.
Okay, can an email be doc signed via Pipefy? I think that's the way, right? Using integrations.
Yeah, we can create a PDF with the email content and ask someone to sign or something like that. That would be, I think, the way.
Okay. The person said no PDF, just the email.
I don't think so. I don't think the DocSign supports the email format, but this is something related to DocuSign, not Pipefy. So depending on the e-signature platform that you are gonna use, they maybe have this feature or not. So I'm not sure. It will depend on the software that you're gonna use.
Perfect. Well, we don't have any questions but anymore, but as we talk to you, we have this QR code so you can scan and answer our public form saying which software you want to integrate and how much cards you need to create, and people from our team will make this viability for you to understand how much it would cost for your company and and we can have a more one-on-one chat to understand why is this so important for you and how we could help you accelerate more your business and save more time, right? Let me just share on the chat just a minute the link for those who couldn't um, access the QR code. It's here. So if you need the link for our public form, it's here. You can fill it up, and we are anxious to receive all your requests so we can chat more about this. Everyone, thank you for joining. We don't have any questions. So, oh, we have one actually, just arrived. Um, seems the for presents a pop-up that I cannot close in order to fill up the for the form. I didn't understand your question actually. Does Victor Lucas understood?
Maybe the QR code is not working. Can we test it?
It's not working.
We can share the link on the chat
Yeah,
as well, if that
I shared it
helps.
again. I don't know.
Great.
Okay, I shared the link again.
For me, the farm seems to
It's
be
working?
working here. Yeah, I
Okay.
will send a request just to test.
Okay, but I also shared the link on the chat. So if you want to send from there, that's okay.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, that's it, I think, right? Yes, you want to share something more, Victor, Lucas?
Oh, yeah, I think it's the main message here, everyone. It's just the power of our integrations. Like if we have everything combined, it's just a powerful tool that we can engage and we can enhance at every time. Of course, we're talking about e-signatures. Next webinar will be with Google Apps, but we can still improve. We can still make sure that the process flow, your processes, they are on point and just training up and just solutioning a lot of your problems or just enhancing something that is good, but turning into a great process. So this I think is the final message for you.
Awesome.
Cool.
So Lucas, Victor, and everyone that is here, thank you so much for joining and saving some time to hear what we had to say and what we had to teach you. I hope we have helped you. And if you have any question, please let us know through the chat or through the link that we shared. We can talk a little bit more about it. Okay. So we see you all next month to talk about again integration and now with Google. Okay.
Awesome.
So thank you very much for joining us and have a great week.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.